identification is the front guard in the activities of the crime scene in the criminal investigation unit or the police detective. In the police, identification is carried out for the process of identification as police technical assistance to seek and find a person's identity through fingerprints and facial recognition. This is done for the purpose of investigation in a criminal act. Indonesia Automatic Fingerprint Identification System led by Brig General and his Deputy Commissioner of the Police Unit in Identification Forensics. Fast, precise, accurate is our performance. Standard operating procedure is the main success in the task. INAFI tasks require foresight and thoroughness of the evidence that is at the scene of the case. Where the evidence relates to the incident at the location, evidence that is at the scene of the case is very important in the process of uncovering a case. The INAFI work system can use various methods in developing evidence after the victim is known. The investigator will find it easier.
At the central level, there is a PUS-INAFI, which is a work unit as a special or technical implementing element under the Criminal Investigation Unit of the National Police, which has the function of developing, formulating, preparing training programs and procedures for implementing the central and regional police INAFI. The fingerprints found at the crime scene at the time of the crime scene will be compared with the fingerprints stored in the police database file on behalf of a particular person. This matches the fingerprints found at the crime scene to find the suspected perpetrator of the crime, where INAFI is in the identification process. Human victims also play an important role in fingerprint examination because fingerprints include primary identification. Facial identification carried out by the INAFI team through evidence sourced from social media and CCTV recordings also assists investigators in matching and comparing faces using photos and population identification numbers. Modern equipment and technology with international standards can support the virtualization of the crime scene with three-dimensional results. The face recognition protocol will work in accordance with the request from the investigative team to examine evidence in support of the police's duties in terms of law enforcement, consisting of identification or tracking of perpetrators, of search lists for identification of victims without the identity of suspects who will leave or enter Indonesian territory, exchanging criminal information both domestically and internationally. At the end of the identification assignment, make a face identification report and a fingerprint identification report. In this case, it is prepared to explain forensic evidence in a scientific crime investigation case in court so that justice in law enforcement becomes clear, fast, precise, and accurate.